counselor. I would be the person who, during our flex time, our 30 minutes of do whatever you want time, I would be the person who was always at his door just to talk. He was an incredible athlete in college, a man of God, somebody that I wanted to be like, somebody that even though I didn't know what he had, I knew he had it. I spent a whole summer working with him on his house because on the side he renovated his own home and flipped other homes. And I decided it would be a good idea to spend just some time with him to learn from him. I learned very quickly that I could not hang with him. I learned very quickly that I didn't have it in myself. And day after day, I would continue to show up. And I would continue to show up whether we were remodeling his bathroom or taking the plumbing down in the basement or fixing up his bedroom. Whatever it was, I knew I didn't have it. We began to talk, and over again, I gleaned from the wisdom that he had that I didn't. And I began to see in him something that I desired for myself, but knew it would take the most precious of things. It would take time. I took the time to ask him the questions that I thought I wanted answered, but what I ended up finding was that the questions that I was asking were not really the right questions. The questions that I thought I was supposed to know, the basic yes or no's and do this and do that, was not what would make me have it. It was more about continuing to show up, even though nobody else was expecting me to show up. I learned from my guidance counselor that I continued to show people who I really was when nobody was actually watching at all. There was one day in particular that I asked Ron Hess, a great dear friend of mine and my guidance counselor. I asked him, how do you continue to live life with such an energy, such a zeal for everything that you do? Because surely what we're doing in cleaning this bathroom or the guidance counselor work that you do or whatever it is, surely you could do so much more, but you continue to have just such an excitement for life. He brought me to this verse and he said, faith is confidence and faith is confident. When I look at my life, I want it to be one that is faith is confidence in what I do not see, but also I want to be somebody who is faithful and confident in the faith that I have. He began to tell me that he shows up to work every single day because it shows that he has such a great faith that he will continue to move forward. My simple thing that I ask for you is one, that you would know that you are prayed for by this community and by myself and my family. My wife is a teacher in your school system for special education students at Graham Middle School. To say the least, she has faith to work hard for those kids. She has faith in you. She has faith in this county. She has faith that the work that you all do is so important. And she is confident in it. So she will continue to press forward. And I hope the same for you. And I really pray that even in all the emails, texts, phone calls that you receive, which I'm sure are numerous, about whether or not school's virtual today, or are we ever going back? Is it ever going back to normal? And all those things, that you would remain like my guidance counselor did and continue to show up. And every once in a while, there may be somebody like me who comes alongside of you and wants to know what faith is really like. Thank you so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you for what you do.
Thank you so much, Reverend Gaines. We appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Good message. All right. Do you have any unscheduled agenda items? Okay. The approval of the agenda is next.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Okay, there is a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor say aye.
All right.
Passed 100%. Ready for closed session? Motion.
Section 2.2-371 of the Code of Virginia. Motion must be made and passed to convene closed session for the purpose of discussing 3711A1 Code of Virginia. Students, discussion or consideration of admission or disciplinary matters concerning the students is authorized by section 2.2-37118 of the Code of Virginia. Contracts, discussion of the award of public contracts involving expenditure of public funds is authorized by section 2.2-3711829 Code of Virginia. Legal advice, consultation with legal counsel, and briefings by staff members or consultants or attorneys pertaining to actual or probable litigation or a specific legal matter requiring the of legal advice by counsel is authorized by section 2.2-37118 of the Code of Virginia. And property, discussion or consideration of the acquisition of real property for a public purpose or the disposition of publicly held real property is authorized by section 2.2-37118 of the Code of Virginia.
Thank you, Ms. Bailey.
Make a motion that we go into closed session.
I'll second that.
There is a motion and a second that we go into closed session for the discussion of personnel, students, contracts, legal, and property. All in favor, say aye. Passed 100%. We will go in closed session and return for regular session at 6:30.